All right, we are past the election. Yay! Everybody is so tired of getting text messages and advertising, all the political stuff. However, it's not behind us completely. We do have a new president, former president. However, it is not all behind us yet. Today, the day after the election, a lot of you are feeling a sense of relief today. And so many of us are seeing and predicting, a little more serious events coming up. But the relief that you're feeling today it's a collective sigh. Once we transferred, and we didn't transfer power yet, but we made that transfer of who we were backing, so that we now know who that's going to be. That election has taken place. So that's a sigh of relief, okay? A lot of people didn't like him, love her, love her, whatever. That was a sigh of relief just to have somebody in power, okay? Somebody it's going to be okay. Things did look a little willy-nilly for a while. And I still see some crazy stuff happening. We have a long way to go yet. He hasn't made it into the seat yet. We are seeing another attempt happening somewhere along the line for him. Most likely while he is out campaigning. So he needs to be very careful, and I'm pretty sure his Secret Service already know that. All right, letting some cards fall here for just the remainder of the week. Kind of validate what I'm even saying. So we're having that sense of relief, like, wow, made it. We got this guy. we got this clown driving the boat now. We will be okay. Yeah, I guess I did call him a clown. I pretty much personally did not like him, the younger version of him. I knew there was a lot of, grab ass type of energy with that individual in his younger days. He has changed. He's matured. And I had to stop and think about that because I kept holding that old part, in my mind. And the same way I had to let go of any misconceptions I had of the other side too. Old Uncle Joe. Now his stuff goes a little deeper. When he gets out of office, I will give you some insights at some point on him and how the missing persons and human trafficking that goes on in this country connects to some of his corporations. Okay. So we are getting ready to switch up things. I don't know where I put my notes. Been kind of busy here the last couple days. Hey, I want to make a shout out again to my friend Venus. She sent me this crystal along with a beautiful deck of oracle deck of cards. Man, I do look tired, don't I? I've got my glasses on my head. It normally camouflages the tired. But she sent me this beautiful deck of oracle cards, and in it she just kind of inadvertently stuck this crystal. It's a amethyst, double terminated, terminated. Oh, why can't I say that? Points, and it really resonated with me, and I felt it, and I felt the energy, and it connected to me, and it was obviously supposed to get to me. I love that oracle deck. I use it. I work with it, often. But however, this this necklace is just remarkable. So thank you again, Venus. Um, and speaking of Venus that follows me, we have all kinds of things going on with the planets too. So we have Mercury out there, and he's getting ready to go retrograde. Then we have Pluto out there, really advancing and getting ready to go retrograde, and so is Jupiter and Saturn, and there's there's a few others, and it's going to be a real clusterfuck for a minute. Um, and that's when it's going to start getting thick again, and we're going to start feeling that change of energy. Some of you, a lot of you are probably still feeling or seeing shadows, and you probably will right up till Thanksgiving. That veil will kind of get back to its original energy curtain that it is, and the other side cannot get through quite as easy as they do. Some of them get lost, kind of get over here, you know, kind of like probably feeling to them like they had one too many beers or something. I don't know. But with those planets getting ready to change, and most of them are going to go retrograde, and if I remember right, Pluto and Mercury, they kind of actually square off at one point. But that's just prior to, and it'll stay, just all that stuff will stay up in there just prior to the inauguration. So that's another point we have to get past. So yeah, keep stocking up while you can. You know, a little extra water here and there. I have heard from some folks that followed me, and I am so absolutely touched. From down in the Appalachians in North Carolina, not far out of Asheville, I guess. And they heard me in one of my videos and laughed at me because they said we hill folk do, we stock up, and they do. Most of them were well stocked, actually, you know, because they can and preserve, and they, you know, they get ready for winter, and they do that kind of that stuff. But there's no way they could have prepared for, you know, just complete washout, where it takes that stuff that you preserved away. So you're not prepped and ready. So we've got some of that coming up. Actually, I look down here and I see the moon card showing up. As you watch this, we are going to be in a new moon. That new moon is going to make this energy just get thick. You're going to feel it, and then you're going to start feeling wonky and tired again, a little out of kilter. Feel like you sat one too many times on the merry-go-round. We have the Ten of Wands that's in reverse, and you know what? To me, that's saying this isn't done. This isn't, we should be over. This should be over. But I'm getting the feeling that this isn't done. The Hierophant. Oftentimes you hear me use it to refer to marriage, but in this situation that I'm looking at, what's happened here politically and what's going to take place here this week energetically, that Hierophant also stands for clergy or somebody in a position of that gives advice and guidance, and that's exactly what a president is. I don't feel, I think he's going to have some kind of issue come up with his health. I don't know if maybe the next attempt on him may just put a big scare in him, and he just says, hey, this ain't worth it. But I see a wobble there. We have the Chariot card. Yeah, not everything's black and white. Not everything is still out in the daylight yet. It also indicates the House and the Senate, with a black and a white too. That chariot driver is actually, it's depicting somebody getting something under control. He is going to take reins while he's in there. And he's got the House and the Senate both now behind him. Everybody's a Republican. It's Republican-dominated parties on both floors. So he's going to have that leverage now to be able to get things done. Things that he perhaps wanted to do the first time or implement the first time around, and he didn't get to. Here he comes again, man. He's the Knight of Swords. He's going to come in a little bit cocky. Look, tearing in, sword going, and talking too quick, not thinking, and he gets himself tangled up oftentimes that way with his tongue. He speaks the truth, but sometimes he doesn't think about what he says or who he says it to. And there's terminologies we cannot use nowadays that we used to use years ago. The Magician. That speaks pretty loudly of what the smoke and mirrors that have taken place and things that have been hid. I think the biggest thing that President Trump is going to help uncover is the media. A lot of people think he's going to go after the Democratic Party, and they're not the bad guys. The Democratic Party is not the bad guys. There are bigger powers that rule and control a lot of those guys too. With the lobbyists and how they buy votes, and I don't even know the whole political scene. Don't even want to get into it. But he is going to be able to do that this time. Three of Swords. A lot of deception. Yeah, he's going to be able to uncover that. Whoop. Turn all those over. A little late. Well, you know what? It's not like it's poker and that I'm hiding the cards from somebody. Yeah, he's going to uncover a lot. He's going to allow it to come to the surface. And he actually owes Biden. I better not go there. Hang on. You know what? He is going to be a very polite guy and kind of step down. Is there something going to go on with that? Why are they changing up what they're showing me? Yeah, something about that whole exchange of power is feeling pretty screwed up, actually. So we'll have to see how that pans out. All right, that's plenty of cards here. And what should we do? How do we work past this? What's going on? All right. We have the Seven of Cups. Look, you can either use what's going on against you or for you. Whatever goes on, whatever it may not, and for probably 95% of us, some of this heavy stuff that is going to happen is going to be not in your backyard and in your neighborhood, and it's not going to be something that's going to affect your day-to-day life. And that's what we're hoping for everybody. However, we're ready, should it happen. Um, but out of this is going to come a lot of opportunity. There's going to be that reconstruction period. Anytime any party changes hands like that, the economy changes with it. So obviously it's usually a boom or bust, and we are most likely going to see it bottom out for a minute, and then it's going to skyrocket as people get comfortable with it. We also have the Eight of Wands, and you can see down there, that is Donald Trump on that motorcycle riding back into town. That 8 is a repeating cycle. The infinity sign, think of that. That is him. That's him coming back into town. However, that 8 can also represent death. That infinity symbol, death and rebirth again, right? So that may be the fact that he's just going to assist the government on getting back the way it needs to be gotten to. I don't want to really pat him on the back. Like I said, I don't like the guy in a way, but I just know financially he's the best guy to get it off the ground. We also have the is that 7 of Pentacles? Yes. I was going to put my glasses on. I don't even have them on tonight. No wonder I look so squinty. It could turn out, I mentioned earlier about 7 of Cups. We got 7 of Pentacles. Here is what could come out of the opportunity. This could be a chance for better finance. Miss Maggie, you are making a noise over there that is obnoxious. I don't have anything to throw at her. Hey, cut it out. Cut that out. I think she's chasing a flea on her foot there. This is the opportunity for more money. This is the opportunity somehow, whether it's more work, better work. And I'm talking about this for us on a national level. People are going to feel stable again. The housing market's gonna tumble a little bit with the banking crisis, but it's going to come back up because people are going to think, okay, maybe we can afford it, and give it a try. We have the Queen of Wands. She has that black cat sitting at her feet. And I couldn't help but feel that was Camilla's card and her energy. She kind of tried to play the black card for a little bit with that black cat. And that was kind of a little bit of her demise. A lot of those voters that were led to believe something, and then when they found out it wasn't accurate, kind of swayed their vote. So that could be a big indicator of where her train went off the tracks. She's going to be okay though. She's going to rise to the top. She's got a sunflower in her hand. She's going to land on her feet. She might not be smart, but she's talented. I'm sure she will find a position somewhere. I'm terrible. It's late. I wanted to get a video out. I'm still here in kind of work clothes, bumming around clothes. No hair, no makeup. Tired as hell. However, I made a commitment to myself that I would do 10 videos for 10 days, and I want to stick to it. So here, tired and everything, here I am. Ta-da, drum roll right after what I just said. And here's why. A lot of us in this heavy time frame are going to feel a whole sense of relief, even though the world is changing. I mentioned Geminis, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, and I think maybe, is it Scorpio maybe? It's going to be a very lucky time for a lot of you. I bet planetarily everything is just going to line up to bring just a little bit of good luck that you haven't had in a very long time. And you're going to see that kind of getting close to that finish line and that happily ever after. All right, there we have it. For the week to come, our post-election get-together and what's going to happen. Yeah, just keep getting ready. You know, keep stocking up, get those things replenished, you know, rotate your whatever it is you have. Want to bring up the fact that if something comes up and the water in your area is turned off and you don't have control of that, you should be using a dish pan in your sink. You cannot afford to waste water. You can't afford to just let it run away. It's a valuable commodity. So get a dish pan. You can at least wet your hands, rinse things off briefly. That's important. So don't allow the water to just drain away. There are other little things you can do. I keep throwing some of these tidbits in as we go. For example, if you have to, and the power is out and you need to warm up a smaller area of the house, go ahead and hillbilly it and hang a blanket in a doorway or a hallway or wherever you need to stop some drafts. Take what measures you need to. If the power is off, you may not have to do that if the power is on and the heat's going and circulating. Some of us country folk know how to survive. We've been, I'm up here in a portion of Pennsylvania where the power is known to go out. All right, there you guys have it. That'll give you a little guidance which way to go. And I never leave you that. I'll bless you with love and light. All right, you guys, see you soon.